Are we live? What's good, great people? I am Ezel Moon, and I have a special guest in the building today. Joining me is Taylor Morgan, an artist from Dallas, Texas. This is going to be an amazing conversation because, I used to be out in Dallas for quite some time. I haven't seen her in some years. So this is going to be great. Let's see. Usually I insert joke here. Intro. All right. What's going on?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, yay. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I can't complain. I'm thankful to be here. How are you feeling?
I am amazing. I feel at peace. I feel good. It's beautiful weather. It's just a good day. It just feels so good. That's all.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Welcome to a frank conversation. I'm honored to have you here.
Thank
Like I
you.
said, I know it's been some years since we seen each other.
Bye.
But I know growth and elevation is taking place, for
Yeah.
yourself. Um, Talk to us about, about some of that, being able to see where you were and see where you are now.
So when we met, it was 2020.
Right.
And there's a lot of growth, baby. Okay, get into
Mhm.
it. A lot of elevation. Like that's when I started Tailor Made Tuesdays, and
Right.
that's when people really saw me as an artist, and I began to open up more as an artist and be more comfortable with my artistry, with my music, whatever songs I want to do. Just being more emotional and connecting more with the audience. I always done that, but it was different in 2020 because I tapped into that Taylor Morgan, the artist.
Right.
Um, and it's been crazy
Mhm.
ever since. Different gigs. Taylor Made Tuesdays just celebrated a 2nd year anniversary last year in October. We're gonna keep going. It's my other events, like I got another event called What's Your Truth. It's kind of like a podcast but live. um Us people, we come together as one and just talk, have a conversation, and I have a host and different panelists. So it's been a crazy ride, but I'm thankful and grateful for the blessings that's been going on, honestly. Yeah.
Man, see, that's a beautiful thing. A sentiment that I can definitely subscribe to when it comes to uh, being in places where you feel like, hey, I know that what's missing from this space in our community is conversation. So let's go ahead. Let's try to see if we can connect that, and
Yeah.
really putting your spin, your personality into things to where it's not only just you know uh, meeting a need, but also you expressing yourself.
Mhm.
Self
Mhm.
expression is honestly a lost art form nowadays because we have so many different people trying to be other people instead of really staying grounded in who they are. You know, you
Mhm.
you originally from Dallas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. When you went to I don't know if I can if it's is it OCU, Oklahoma Christian University? When you
Yeah, yeah.
how,
Oklahoma Christian University. Yeah.
how did you make sure that you kept true to the lessons that you learned while you were growing up in Dallas?
Oh, I love that question. Stay true to myself. Just be me. That's what it really was, and it was a major growth experience. Just high school to college, and
Right.
learning different things. It's like you have more freedom. And I was like, "Ooh, this is fun." And of course, I was a socialite. And then I just started doing my music out there, different open mics, and then people started to hear me more. And also, a lot of people don't know that my major was theater.
Mm,
I was in a lot of plays. We won competitions. And then outside of school, I did different open mics, and it was fun. I did like the homecoming stuff on the homecoming committee. I was just tagged, I was just me learning me, what, 19, 20, 21, 22.
right.
So like we all went through that phase of just growing without our
Right.
parents, but
Absolutely.
still have our parents at the same time.
Yeah.
Um,
What would you
yeah,
what
so
would you have told what would you have told your 19-year-old self if you could if you look back right now, what would you have I know what I would have told my 19-year-old self. I would have told
what
myself,
would you
hey
tell
man,
yourself?
I would have been like, bro, actually, please study. Hey, and don't major in biology. Just because you're Nigerian and your parents want you to be a doctor doesn't mean you have to major in biology. Like my final major is a complete departure from what I
Ooh,
started as. I'm a whole
right.
philosophy major in undergrad. Yeah. Like, and
Um,
then my master's is in education, so it's like, bro,
I'm
we
done.
did nothing in regards to biology. But yeah, what
I
would
am
you have told
so
yourself?
done. My year old self. Ugh. What would I tell her? To be more free and open.
Mm,
Always open, but I feel like, at that age I wanted friends. Like I wanted
yeah,
friends. I wanted, because in high school I had friends, but that's another story. People were being weird. You know how people are. Like when you just yourself, people would like to dim your light, but when you keep beaming, they have a problem with that. And I feel like with college, I was just like, I'm gonna be me, regardless. But it was like kind of like pulling teeth. You know what I'm saying? I was a little bit sad, you know what I mean? A little bit, but
right.
I feel the 19-year-old just don't give a damn
Mm,
about what to you, and just actually do what you need to do to go through everything. You know what I'm saying? Like just to graduate, because I didn't get to graduate. Um, my mom got sick,
right.
so I have to come back here, and I'm actually glad I did that.
Mm,
Actually, so glad I did that. But that 19-year-old girl, it just baby, it's okay to you, because baby, you beaming. Okay, period.
baby, you beaming. I like it.
Baby,
Now that'd be a good song right there. Baby, you beaming.
I like that. I'm like put in the list in the
I'm trying to
song or
tell you,
whatever.
look. And if you sneak my name into one of your lyrics now, you
I
did.
got you. I got you, boo. I
You
get.
did.
So hello, hi. Talk to me. Come to the listening party. That's all. Mm.
For sure. I will be there for you. Oh yeah. I wanna
Oh yeah.
um I wanna go into, a certain portion of your life that, really resonates with me and what it is that I try to do. In 2014, you started a benefit concert called
Yeah.
Whispers in the Wind.
Mhm.
Um, you know, it's not just a musical concert, it's for a cause. Talk to
Yeah.
me about, having that labor of love on your heart to want to help others, uplift others. I want to get into that portion of you as an individual.
I think I want to say it was my junior year in high school. I was talking to my friends,
Mhm.
and I said, I want to do a concert, but that's worth something. That's meaningful to me. I didn't want to do a concert to take people's money. Didn't want to do that
Mm,
because at that time, a lot of people were doing, and I may be mistaken, but I was seeing it and, just hearing different things, especially from people that were putting it on. I was like, what? So when I found out my mom was diagnosed with kidney disease, I was like, that's it right there. I said she was diagnosed with that in 2012. I came back in 2013, and I start planning the benefit concert. I was like, okay, I have to do something that represents me and the cause. And so every time I have it, excuse me, I was just like, the proceeds go to the Kidney Foundation. You know, they're helping my mom through this. They're helping us understand more. They're giving us more information. And we've been doing that for what, 14, 15, 16. We took a break 17, 18, 19, 20. We didn't get to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I kind of put a pause on it because, life got in the way.
Right.
Um, it's and also I want to do it because I want to bring the background people into the front,
Yeah.
because I understand that feeling, being in the background, not being picked by like open mic people or just anyone in the industry. So I created my own lane as
Right.
a female, okay, as a
Yeah.
woman. Was like, hey, this is what I want to do. I'm going to present it to you. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. If you do, let's get to work. And that time was rough because that was my first big event. And when you a lot of people talking, 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 want to be a chief, no one was really helping. They just want to be a boss. It's like Taylor
Mm-hmm.
Morgan. Uh. So I'm just happy I learned from that first experience, and it's like I can have different events going in the community, and just everyone's having a good time. Everyone's enjoying the vibe because they know it's a good time, but it's also for a cause. And for my other events, they know it's a good time, and there's no BS, there's no drama. Condone that. Um, and with just raising money, people really saw my heart. They understand me more, and they saw the relationship I have with my family, especially my mom. Single parent, me and her. So it's like we grew up together. So I wanted to do that for her. And I wanted to do it for people, educate people on that subject. Because we weren't talking about it. No one really knew about kidney disease, transplants. So we educated, and we're actually coming back probably this year or early next year. It's actually a celebration because she got the transplant in 2020.
Blessings.
It's 2020, February 7th. So it will be the what, fourth year next year if we do it. And it's just beautiful that people support it, people love it, and people understand me as a person and where I'm coming from with this. So yeah.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing, man. I know it's been some years later, but congratulations on her getting that kidney, man. That's a blessing.
Thank
Uh,
you. Yeah.
I want to transition a little bit to um, funny enough, being blessed and highly favored, right? You mentioned in the interview that you found your voice in the church. That
Uh,
that you grew up knowing that you always wanted to heal people. Um,
mm.
you know, and you want to be a nurse at first. Funny enough,
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
hey, look, I told you I'll be doing the
You
research.
did your research, baby. Talk to me, okay?
Look,
Yes.
but there's certain characteristics of healers, right?
Hmm.
The ones that enter into our lives, and then the things that we do moving forward. And I feel like you emphasize one of those characteristics with that event. What other characteristics do you feel like what makes a healer?
Mm.
And why do you still consider yourself one?
You know what? I do. I
Mm,
heal people with the way I talk, the way I move, the way I present the songs, the way I do my mashups, the way I just love and care for people. Um, because people, it's so crazy that people, they come to my shows, they're like, this is therapy. I done had people cry to feel like, just to feel that element, that presence of God, and they feel me. Because I always say every show, God, whatever you want me to do during this show, I'm going to do it.
Right.
Simple. And it gets crazy. It gets crazy. And I'm not. I'm just a child of God, just doing His work,
Right.
basically. And I remember I did say I wanted to be a nurse. I didn't want to be in the entertainment. What? I
Yeah.
wanted to be a nurse. But then I remember I went to summer school. I was like, that's a no for me. Can't do that. I don't like that, son.
Was it the
So
blood?
it was so much. It was like
Mm,
I was like, I can do it, but I was like, I know my purpose at a young age, that it was something different. My calling was different. My calling was entertainment,
right.
with just singing at in high school, different talent shows, getting standing ovations, and people like, oh my God, they really rock with me. When I saw that, I was like, oh, I gotta do this for a lifetime. Like, I have to do this. I try to step away from it, but God kept saying, nope, here's a gig. Nope, I need you to do this. I was like, oh, okay.
Mm,
But I love what I do, man. And just with people saying that, that I heal them, or just the healing words, let's say that, like what I sing or even what I say, people put it on Instagram, repost it, or post a video of mine. They're like, wow, this moved me. And I'm like, oh, I still be like, oh my God. Because my friends be like, do you know who you are?
right.
So it's
Mm,
crazy.
I want I want to get into how do you heal yourself? You mentioned
Hmm.
that you've been through the trials of self-doubt, anxiety, depression,
Mm-hmm.
um, second guessing yourself. How do you take the time to make sure that you bandage your own wounds mentally, physically, spiritually?
It's tough. I'm not gonna front with you. With everything that I do, I'm on the go. I'm
Right.
thinking. I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure this out. This gonna be okay? I don't know if it's gonna be okay. Am I gonna be all right? I don't know. Are they gonna like it? But I got to the point, and I saw my audience, and I saw the people around me, and I saw like my friends, like talking to them. They're like, "Hey, it's a whole movement what you're doing," and I start to calm down, and I got a close. I always loved God, but I feel like the older we get, we understand that relationship with Him even more, and why our parents have that relationship with Him even more. I was like, "Who's that?" um, and I was just like, I have to step out on faith and believe and know that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be just fine. And that relationship with God is just so different. It's like, because I'm an empath, so I
Right.
can feel like discernment, intuition. Sometimes we will deny our intuition, like, okay, should we do it now? But no, I think we should. We go back and forth, and I was just like, I have to just be me. Don't care about what people are saying about me. Thank you for talking about me. I appreciate you, but God bless. We will not be friends. Because, like, bye. I'm such a nice person. I forgive. I forgive. But that's the beauty of my heart and who I am. I will forgive you, but I know I can't rock with you the same. And I just spiritually pray, of course. Pray, 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 pray. And I see numbers, angel numbers. And I remember in the Dallas Observer, that interview, I said, I always pray before a show, and I always pray before I plan the show.
Yep.
And if there's a number like $7 for everyone to just contribute to the show, I'll go with that. If it's just five, if it's just $2, I have to go with that because I have to follow, and just go from there. So I just learned to just breathe, relax, love me more, and just understand the calling that I have on my life, and just trust more too. So calm down a lot, baby. Okay. 'Cause back in the
What?
gap.
It's different. It's
Anxieties and
different.
it was just a lot. I had people talking about me, so that will affect your mental health in a major way when you just doing good and you don't know why people are talking about you. And now I just let it go. It's like, okay,
I
what
want to take a
else?
I want to take a further step back.
Okay.
You know, you there was a talent show where where
Mm.
other girls they weren't singing the song right. And so you just grabbed the mic and you just said and you did it yourself.
Wait, which one was look? Which one was that? It was a
I
talent
said
show. Which interview? It was a talent show, and I sung.
this one now this now I gotta remember if I'm not mistaken I got that from the Dallas Observer interview
Okay.
that you had and yeah like you I was like oh okay so she said I'm gonna do it myself and you went to you started singing um you know and so my question was you know what other moments in your life where have you been like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it myself, and how did that benefit you?
All that's all the time. Every
Mm.
show. I honestly, I just started last year. People like letting people help me because I like when I first did the Whispers in the Wig. So sorry, Whispers in the Wind.
Mm.
That's my
Yeah.
only. Okay. Um, I was just like, y'all not really helping me. Y'all like criticizing me. And the loud ones were the ones that were talking about me, and then the quiet ones were the ones cheering for me. And I just said, I'm gonna do it myself. I know what I want. I know how I want it. I know the aesthetic. I know the vibe. I just need to do it myself. And that's the same when it comes to hosting, because I don't let everyone host my events
Right.
because I know how I want it. I know how I want it to be presented. And I remember a friend told me, he said, always get people that represent you. And that's what I do like with my artists. And I know I have like different musicians that are friends and that also help me with different, gigs and stuff like that. So I just really started. But like when it comes to events, it's still kind of hard for me to be like, ah. But I learned over the years I have to have people that are, that are on my side and they want to see me grow and do better and go to another level. So I had to just accept it, learn it, grow with it, and just flow. So
it's
yeah.
it's so interesting like the people that want to help people the most usually are the slowest to take on the help that from others.
Mm.
Why do you think that is?
One, I'm the only child.
Mm. Yep.
Hello, I'm the only child. I guess seeing my mom kill it with
Right.
me, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, she's powerful, she's fearless, she's unapologetic.
Yeah.
I can do the same thing. And I'm different. My mind is so different. And I know like when I say something, a lot of people don't get it, except for me. Maybe a close friend or two, but they won't understand how I want this and how I want that. What's my real vision? Um, Honestly, I mean, when you just different, when you just have a unique taste
Yeah.
and you have a unique way, you just do it yourself. And when you have, you have some people that help, but some people can be flaky at the same time. I dealt with that. That's another reason I have people that are flaky, flake out on me. So I just did it by myself and just went from there. So that's really it, honestly.
That's for me. I think that I'm someone that has to really analyze and where like the help is coming from and like people's intentions behind their help, right?
Yes,
Because
same.
it's not always coming from the best of places, although I'm always very thankful because that's just how I am as a person. I'm always going to be very thankful for what it is that people do because they're stepping outside of themselves and
Right.
trying to do something. It's still like, oh, okay, well, where exactly is that coming from? Because for I know me, I'm just gonna do it just because, like, hey, you know what? I see you need this need. Here you go. I'm just going on
Mhm.
about my life, and that's just gonna be that, right? But not everybody has that type of heart or that type of mentality. Um, uh oh. Hello. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a quick uh commercial break, and when we'll come back, hopefully we'll have Taylor back again. Thank y'all.
Where you get your hip hop from? Yeah. What's up? This tribal trigger trench in the building. You already know. Nip, naughty.
Hey, Redman is in the building, of course. Jersey's finest, all about them bars, marijuana smoker. Hey, PSA announcement. I need everybody go support. That's right, support my fucking state, my city. Heritage Hip Hop, a New Jersey media source that celebrates New Jersey hip hop worldwide. Facts. Please subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop on social media. That is Heritage Hip Hop on social media.
What up, y'all, man? It's your boy Do It All, Do Pray Kelly, right here on Heritage Hip Hop, man. Look, man, let me tell you something. Make sure you support Heritage Hip Hop, because without these brothers bringing you hip hop, we're not gonna stay informed, man, the way that we need to stay informed, man. And they're not just giving you hip hop, man. They're giving you the heritage of hip hop, right here, man. Yo, Karev, I see you. Heritage Hip Hop, man. Let's do it. It ain't nothing like Heritage Hip Hop.
All right.
What is a travel specialist? A travel specialist is your gateway to the world. Our goal is to provide you with a stress-free experience so you can focus on creating memories that last a lifetime. Experience a better way to vacation by trusting a Luke Sivo Vacations travel specialist to handle all the details for you. Contact Joanne Gaines at 888-227-6607, extension 5447, and start creating your memories today.
All right, and we are back.
Yes.
And we took a quick commercial break. We have with us today Taylor Morgan, and once again we're so thankful to have you.
Thank you.
I wonder, there's been sort of a theme here recently where with my guests I asked them, this particular question, and so I was for you. I wanted to ask you it as well. How do you value yourself?
How do I value myself? Boundaries.
Mm.
Boundaries. And I feel comfortable to say this, and I feel like everyone should feel comfortable to say this. I have a therapist. And when I went to my therapist, maybe in 2020, early 2020, the number one thing was boundaries. And I knew I wasn't really taking that seriously. I was just like going with the flow. Okay, yeah, you can hurt me, but just don't do it again. Nah, baby. Hold on. And I had to learn that with friends, relationships, with business partners, all that stuff. Because I'm so nice. So nice. And I said, I have to be careful what I do. I have to protect myself. I'm still doing it. I just have to learn just to give people's like, I prefer this. No, I prefer that. I prefer not to. It's like I need my rest. And I slowed down a lot because I used to be, like when I'm tired and drained, I will still go out, celebrate someone's birthday. And if I didn't, people would get mad and I felt bad. I'm like, I'm so sorry. But it's like, I really don't care anymore. It's like I need my rest. I need to do what I need to do to get myself together. And it's crazy that you asked. I was thinking about, like, how like Walmart, Winco, and Target, they have their like the great value.
Yeah.
It's organic. It
Mhm.
it tastes different. It's homemade. It's like the roots of the store. So I was like, I can't keep putting myself allowing myself to be in this area in my life and not creating those boundaries, and people keep overstepping them knowing that everything's gonna be okay. But it's like, no, let's rewind that.
Right.
Pause. Let's talk about it. Here you go. These are my boundaries. If you can't accept them, oh well. If you can, let's move forward. So yeah.
See, that's that right there is a particular skill that I'm trying to get,
Mhm.
being able to set clear cut boundaries,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to accessing me, because I know
Yeah.
for a fact that you know it's too many people telling me that I'm an amazing person for me to not eventually believe in myself. Like, hey,
Right.
you
Right.
know. So
Right.
it's like, all right, well, yeah, let me. I need to tailor how I can, access this, how I can allow for that access to the blessing that I am.
Right.
Um, when did you realize that? Hey, was it the first meeting with the therapist, or when did you realize like, oh, okay, well, you know what? These are going to be my boundaries. When was your first what was the first boundary that you set?
The first it took me a minute. I can't say
Mm.
that. It took me a minute because I was sometimes nervous to tell my friends. It's like, oh, but I don't want to, you know.
Mhm.
It definitely took me a minute, but I knew I had to allow grace
Yeah.
into it. Um Honestly, I would say maybe shoo. Cause she kept saying like different sessions. She kept saying, I'm trying to think, maybe late 2021, early 2022. I was just like, enough is enough.
Right.
I was like, oh no, especially where I'm headed, where I'm going. I said, people have to understand these boundaries. If I can't come, I can't come. If I can't do, I can't do. I prefer this. I need more money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I would say I start to create those boundaries and speak up more. And so people can just understand where I'm coming from. Not being, excuse me, a bitch, but just being more direct in my approach of how, like, hey, these are my boundaries. Get with it. Bye bye. So yeah,
Man, that's a good one.
thank
My,
you.
I feel like eventually I'm gonna get to the point where, hey, look, my if you are not of because one thing that I want to make sure that I do is to always still have the level of humility about myself, right?
Hmm.
Because I
Hmm.
know where I've come from and I know where it is that I'm headed, but I still want to always make sure that, you know, for those who are starting, who are wherever they are in their journey, that I still have a mindset of, oh, okay, well, here's a helping hand, right? To get along. Um, I eventually want to get to a place where, I can still adhere to my boundaries in those type of interactions,
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
because you don't. I feel like I don't want to alienate people, right? But
Hmm.
I want to always be able to respect myself. You know,
Yeah. You're
uh,
getting to it.
yeah,
I can
look,
feel it. You're
look.
definitely, it's hard, but I feel like you're getting comfortable with just saying, hey, it's a no for me.
Yeah,
So it just take your time. Don't rush it though. Just take your time. It's okay. Shoot.
you're right. You're right. And I think that's the thing. Like, people are going, whether they're going to be on with you or they not. They just it
Yeah.
just is what it is.
Yeah.
I wonder. I want to move into something that we deal with.
Hmm.
Because you have a character analysis inside one of your interviews where it's a quote which says, where it talks about the industry, but you having a kind heart.
Hmm.
What is kindness to you?
Oh man. Oh, kindness, just being kind. Like, you never know what a person is going through. And with you just be simply being kind to that person, loving, it's like, hey, it's okay, I got you. Just being kind, just being soft, being also aware. I can't say that, aware. Um, doing it from your heart for sure. And being genuine. Like you doing this because you want to do it, not you about to get recognition or whatever. You're doing it, and a lot of people have called me kind. I love it. Like when I hear that, I'm like, yo, thank you so much. And that's kindness is such a beautiful thing, but a lot of people don't understand that kindness. Hell, just giving you a hug is kind.
Right.
Yeah.
And people, so there, it seems that there is a mindset within just the entertainment industry to um, step over those who actually that is a part of their personality, right? Like you must become hard and jaded towards people. How
Mhm.
can you retain your kindness while still being effective within the industry?
Prayer.
Mm.
Praying.
That's a good one, bro.
Okay,
That's it.
baby. Woo.
Right.
It's prayer, and talking to some of my friends, talking to my mom, talking to my grandmother, shoot, half of my family, like they're like, I'd be like, man, forget them. Like, why they didn't shout me out or like I did them? They was like, Taylor, don't change yourself. You're a kind-hearted person. Don't change who you are just because they didn't do it. That's them. They just not. I had to learn. Everyone doesn't have the same heart as me, and that was so hard because I'm a lover girl, so I love so hard friends or whatever, and I had to pray and pray, baby. It's so peaceful. It's a refresh button because we be ready to go, and then it's like I have to pull myself back. I have to sometimes, like when people do too much around me, like when I'm in let's say at a restaurant or networking event, and someone did something crazy, I would politely go somewhere, pray. It's like it's okay, and just go from there. And just stay kind. Just be nice because that's who I am. Um, and that's another thing. A lot of people will get it mixed up. It's like you have to be this type of person in order to be cool with that person. Nah, baby. I'm gonna be mean all day, every day. If you can't accept that, don't know what to tell you. But yeah. So peace of mind, prayer, drinking water, and mind your business.
Mm, there it is.
Okay.
There it is. Uh, I want to get into, trust.
Mm.
How it is that you know when you trust someone, and how do you express that trust?
That's a really good question. Oh, where did he go? Can y'all still hear me?
Yep. No, you just got full screen.
Oh, oh, hello. Trust. Oh, that honestly is hard. Um, it's because I've been disappointed so many times with close friends, loved ones, and that trust is very heavy. It's like the way I express love or trust, I do it in a big way. And if you did something to just some crazy ish, and it's hard for me to even trust you, baby, you got to go big or go home.
Right.
Because it's hard. We in this day and age dating and friendships. It's like it's so hard to really trust a lot of people, especially in the industry. You
Right.
don't know people are just using you because the money you have, or people using you for the platform you have, and they'll take that kindness and sweetness away so fast, and I hate that. But at the end of the day, I always say just trust God. Know that you will be good, that you'll be just fine. They gonna do whatever they want to do. But sometimes I feel like people are in our life, not sometimes, people are in our lives for a reason. A lesson, sometimes there for a season. And it's that trust is hard, baby. That's a big one.
Mm.
That's a big one. And I know I had to just pray about it. If I really want to be around that person, do I trust myself?
Right.
That's one. Do I trust myself being around this person, being friends with this person, knowing what they did to me?
Mm.
You know? And that's a toughie. But I'm just in a space where if I can't trust you, I can't trust you. And I see what's going on. You have a nice day. I feel like that's my response to everything. You have a nice day, or okay, it's fine. Love you. Peace.
You have a
Like,
nice.
why argue? You know, when that person know what they did.
Right.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a big thing. That's a major thing, especially when you've been through so many things and disappointments. And but I trust easy too. I
Mm.
trust. I be like, oh, we're besties. Yay, let's hang out. And then I got stabbed in the back, front, side, up and down. Like, ah, it's scary. But when I trust God, I know we good. So yeah, that's a
What
big
do you-
one.
I'm trying to tell you, and it's crazy because people will, in fact, knowing how fragile trust is,
Hmm.
it is amazing to me that betrayal is really a thing still. You know.
Thing. It's a whole thing.
Mm.
It's scary. It's real scary. Like when you want to just connect with people and then they see what you do, they use that. It's like, dang, I gave you full access to me and my plan. That's why I'm very secretive with what I do. I just boom.
Yeah.
And I remember that has happened to me and I'm like, dang, I remember somebody stole a show idea. Used the name and everything. I was like, wow. But God was like, it's okay. You got another idea. And it's been booming ever since. Welcome to my sesh. What Tailor Made Tuesdays, Hipster Hideout. Like I have so many events
Mm.
that God gave me. And like I said, we just went from there. It was
Right.
easy. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I respect that.
It,
And I'm honestly coming to learn that when things aren't don't go as planned like that, you kind of just have to be thankful for it because it's
facts.
going to put you in a whole different space to where something else will succeed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, do I trust you with my baby type of vibe, you
Right.
know? So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. I want to get into the goal of the show, which is philanthropy, garnering support from the audience and putting it towards a charity or nonprofit that you care about. What charity or nonprofit would you like to just spotlight today? Give a shout out to, and why is the cause of the face is so important to you?
Okay. American Kidney Fund, because my mom was diagnosed with kidney disease in 2012 and they helped a lot. They gave us information about it, how we can help her. She did have to go through dialysis and we just learned so much through them. And we even did a walk. And that was awesome. That was great to support that cause. And plus, when I do Whispers in the Wind, the proceeds go to American Kidney Fund. And when we have clothes that we don't want or items that we don't want, they always call us up and like, hey, would you like to donate? And I love that because I love to just donate and share and love on everyone. Um, any way that I can. So it will be the American Kidney Fund, and yeah, that's why I picked them.
Man, that's amazing. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Uh,
Thank
we
you.
we definitely we love it. Thank you again so much for joining me this evening.
Any-
Before we close out, we have tradition here.
Okay.
We like to close with words of wisdom, so I'm gonna give you your particular topic this evening, and that's this. What words of wisdom would you have for those who are struggling with being themselves?
Ooh, that's good. We going deep. um, I would say trust God, have faith, know that you will be just fine, know that you got this, and know that you're looking at a testimony right here, and you are a testimony to anybody else that's struggling with the same thing that you're struggling with. And I'm so happy that I have this platform to share these words of wisdom with you guys. And at the end of the day, it's going to be okay. Have faith, be you, love you, trust you, support you, and you'll be just fine.
Amen to that one. I hear that. I hear that. I know there's somebody who's watching this. When they run this back, they're gonna be like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
trust me.
Talk to me. I'm talking
It's
to
me.
me, honey.
It's me. I need to trust.
Right here.
Oh, before, thank you again. How can the people follow you? How can they support you? Where can they learn more about you?
Oh, so you can follow me on Instagram at the Taylor Morgan _ It's right here below. Taylor Morgan _ Taylor Morgan _ If you have Facebook, it's Taylor Morgan. If you have Twitter, I believe it's the T Morgan / I forgot, but that's okay. But just follow me. You'll see flyers of different shows that's coming up. I'm at Freeman Cafe every Tuesday in Dallas, Texas, on Commerce Street. If you know about that, you know about that. If you don't, just follow me so you can get to know about that. And that's 10:30 to 2 a.m. And it's just a vibe. If you want a live concert locally for $10, you should come through. Definitely. So yeah. We got some more content coming, different videos. Big things are coming for your girl. So follow me, love me, and just embrace me. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's it.
Absolutely. Man, if you want to follow, if you guys want to follow me, I'm at Ezel Moon _. Thank y'all so much for joining me this evening for He Said What Network, for a frank conversation right here on the He Said What Network. You can catch me here next week, same time, same place. Man, this was an amazing conversation. You are amazing, and I honestly can't wait to because I have to come to Dallas for a yoga event April 22nd. And I'm
there. What is it, the bro yoga or something?
It's gonna be, so we gotta we're gonna have a guy come out and actually teach a whole class on yoga. It's $20. If you bring your own mat, it's $20. If you need a mat, it's $25 because we'll rent you a mat. Then we're gonna have a whole panel discussion on mental health and things of that nature. So it's gonna be really, really nice. And networking too at the end after that. So.
I'm there. April 22nd. Count me in. Let's go.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, thank y'all so much for joining me this evening. Outro. What's that?
Is that it?
Usually it comes up.